No, I knew something fishy was going on during that Drake and Kendrick Lamar beef. If you guys didn't know what's going on Twitter, Elon Musk updated the app to where you can see other people's locations. So many people are getting exposed for not even living where they say they're from. A lot of the Kendrick fans that were pushing Kendrick propaganda and saying, oh, Drake's not like us, most of them are from India. I saw some from Saudi Arabia too, in the Philippines, but they saying Drake not like us. Like, this makes me think like, yo, are these people getting paid to do this, or are they doing it through their own free will? If you're doing it for free, why? Just to hate on another man? There was really Indians out here cosplaying as black people and saying and all that. And y'all know Twitter, bro, they never stop with the jokes.
Yeah. Woke up looking for the broccoli. Mr. Get off, I get off in mop feet when I hear music.
Yo, like, if you try to do a try not to laugh with everything that's going on right now on Twitter, you gonna feel that joint 9 times out of 10, cause what, bruh? I'm cool with people in our country saying, oh yeah, Drake lost the beef, blah, 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 but it be the people outside of the country like, yo, Drake really not like us. Oh, he's just a white boy, blah, blah, blah. You ain't black. You not like us either. And stop saying nigga. Y'all not allowed to say that. Where's the one account that was from India and they were cosplaying as a Kendrick fan and their name was like High Power Son? Hold up, let me see if I can find it. Oh yeah, here we go. Culprit number 1, High Power TDE News. So he got exposed. He is from India. I just want to take this moment and apologize for saying the N-word. We don't want to hear you say nigga no more. I'm not reading the rest of that. You know it's bad when it has more quote tweets than likes.
So here for right now. Yes. You Kendrick fans, this y'all anthem, nigga. It ain't no backseat free stuff. Get out of here. It ain't no Mad City. Nigga, this is y'all city. Hey!
At the end of the day, I really don't care about who people listen to. You can like Kendrick, you can like Drake, you can like both of them. Like, they made good songs. They even have some good songs together. I just hate when people fake it on the net, bro. It's terrible. Like, stop that, please. But this is a reaction channel, so today we are reacting to my boy What's the Dirt. He named it Kendrick Lamar's biggest fans exposed for lying. Now, What's the Dirt? He's a very good video creator, I'm not gonna lie. And at first, he was very unbiased when it came to the Drake and Kendrick beef, but I feel like a lot of K-bots were really harassing him when he gave props to Drake. So then he started slowly going to the Drake side, because why stand for that, bro? Like, it's stupid. Like, why would you want to be with a certain fan club who's gonna act stupid? And plus, he's Canadian too, so I expected that. Let's see what he had to say, man.
All right, so Elon Musk recently enabled a function on Twitter where you could see the country.
By the way, you see how everybody's saying Twitter? Elon, change the name back from X to Twitter. Nobody calls it X except for you, bro.
And for a lot of Kendrick stan accounts, it's turning out pretty bad. And look, we got to call it for what it is. Not like us. Whether Kendrick wanted this or not, it will go down as one of the most divisive songs in the history of the genre. It galvanized people to say, like, you're not like us. You're not part of this. You're not part of this. You don't contribute. You're not part of this. And anything that divides people could never be a good thing, which is why in 20, 30 years from now, Kendrick's legacy might not be looked at in the way that he was hoping for. Now,
when it comes to Kendrick's legacy, his legacy won't be tarnished OD. It's just when people 5 to 10 years from now, when they look back at the beef, they're gonna be like, did he really win? In real time, people still think he won. I don't think he won, but it is what it is.
Now, in saying that, I can't put all the onus on him, because I don't think in my heart of hearts that this is what he wanted.
Facts.
But unfortunately, this is what happened. And I think really the situation that America is in politically, where the entire country's divided, not like us, kind of became a hater's anthem. So for some people, yes, it became like a cultural statement or cultural anthem. And then, you know, there's some people who just want to dance to it, and it's a fun, upbeat record. I think it'll be like a pump it up type record where it will always find a way into arenas, into sporting events. It's always going to have a place as that sort of anthem.
Yeah, when I listen to Not Like Us, like, other than the PDF it's a very catchy song. If this song came out back in the day, like, everybody would be jerking to this song. I'm talking about the dance. I'm not talking about the other thing you thought about with your nasty mind. Talking about the dance. You remember the Rangers? Was it Jink? ENT or something like that? Like, everybody, New Boys, everybody was dancing, jerking. If this came out back then, they would be OD. The song, they overplayed it like a mug, bro. Like, it was bad. Like I couldn't do it, bro. And it just hurts me because Kendrick has way better songs, but they just chose to hop on that wave, which I understand, but at the same time, it's just like, nah, gang.
Anyways, for the people that did treat this as like a cultural anthem, the main argument that we would hear online is that you're not from America, you're from this country, you're from Canada, you're not like us, this is our culture, which is fine, but now we're finding out that a lot of those same people, some of the loudest voices in the space, weren't even from America either. So we're starting to see accounts like Curtis Bashir, who is the self...
Yo, I hate this account, bro. I'm so glad this account got exposed, because these fake ass music pages on Twitter be thinking they a tier above everyone when it comes to like opinions on music. Like, it's terrible, bro. Like, everybody has a right to their own opinion. You're not a better thinker, you're not a better listener. Like, it's just your judgment, it's your opinion. That's it, and that's all.
Proclaimed voice of hip hop, and when you look at where he's from, he's actually based out of Saudi Arabia, which shouldn't be a big deal unless you lie about it. Like in 2022, where you see him say, "I'm American and I agree." Or in 2023, when he claims to be an African American. And now that everything's come out, he's claiming that he's Sudanese. To be fair, I think the guy is definitely knowledgeable about hip hop and he clearly loves it. But when you start lying about where you're from and trying to position yourself as being part of something that you clearly aren't, that's a different story. Yet, like in this case with Anthony Fantano, the guy's very quick to call out other people and claim that they're not part of the culture. This guy got kicked from a rock music band and started a YouTube channel talking about hip-hop, thinks he's from this culture now. Stick on making videos for white teenagers and let the real men talk. You see where I'm going with this? And then we see pages like this one, which is clearly a Kendrick TDE news page, and we find out that the account is based in India, which shouldn't be a big deal unless he starts doing things like using the N-word in every other post that he makes.
We don't wanna hear you say nigga no more.
And of course, the OVO community is having an absolute blast.
Okay,
hold on. You know what? Try not to laugh in the middle of this video, bro. Let's restart it.
Blast.
It's like a chord, but it's blobby A minor. They not like us. No, they not like us. No, they not like us.
Now, since all this came out,
Yo, I ain't gonna lie. If somebody can make me a compilation video of all the "they not like us" like memes, please make it and send it to me. I promise you, I'll do a try not to laugh. And every time I laugh, I'll cash up somebody like $10, bro. So please, somebody get to that ASAP.
he did make a post where he said, "Since y'all looking for dirt on me, here it is. Started listening to hip hop in 2002 and Kendrick TDE in 2012. Made this account in 2018, way before this beef shit. And for Elon Musk, fuck you. You ain't doing shit, but you just want the bloody engagement.
Elon ain't doing nothing, bro.
Location. Nah, you're just mad at Elon now because you got outed and the truth came out. Even
Facts.
that message he wrote is incredibly tone deaf because he's writing as if he's American. Like the type of words he's using
You ain't
is
doing
not
shit.
the way that an Indian man would type. Now, my
At all.
prediction for this is this account will be absolutely fine because this will be a perfect demonstration of what selective outrage is. Because this is a pro-Kendrick account, it's not going to matter that he's Indian and using the N-word. People will give him a pass just because he's pro-Kendrick.
Y'all saw the quote tweets. They're not giving him a pass. I know some of the Kendrick fans probably are, but oh sir, not me.
We've seen situations play out like this before where it really depends on what side you're on as to how much backlash you get. Anyways, like I said, we're seeing tons of funny things from the OVO community. Like in this case, they took the sex offender pins from Not Like Us and applied it to like an Indian style building. This one says Kendrick fans are crashing out with this new update.
There is no passion there is no vision, there is no aggression.
This shit is fucking hilarious. A bunch of accounts are being exposed, like this one, for example, claimed to be from Compton, LA, when in reality, the guy was based out of New Zealand. Now, with that said, just because
What's even
he's
out in New Zealand, bro?
Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that he's not from LA, but the chances of that are probably pretty slim. Now, I did see that some pages were being called out. Like, for example, this guy is actually based in Poland. And of course, they're trolling him for this. But then when you go through his account, you see that he's never actually claimed to be from America. And he's pointed out several times that he's not from there. And there's nothing wrong with that. Like, where it gets problematic is if you're cosplaying as being from another country or an entirely different ethnicity. That's fucked. And then there's accounts like this one where we find out he's based in Nigeria and it's a Kendrick Lamar updates page, but that's pretty much all he does is post chart data, concert updates, behind the scenes shit.
And that's completely fine, bro. Like, if you want to follow your favorite artist that much, like, I don't think I could ever stand over an artist that much, bro. Like, I'm only looking for whenever they dropping new music. That's it. Anything else like this with the numbers and stuff, I don't care. It don't be that deep. Like, how does this affect my life? I just want to listen to music that I'm going to enjoy and that's going to make me feel good. That's it. That's all.
Concert footage. From what I could tell, he's not giving his personal opinion and he's not acting like he's from somewhere that he isn't. And for me, I find it beautiful that people abroad are connecting with hip hop in the way that these people are. Like, this is another account that got called out. Turns out he's from the UK. But as far back as 2023, he's clearly making the distinction himself that he's not American. It would be different if he had tweets like, get out of our culture, or like, protect our culture, or like he was on some gatekeeper type energy, but I didn't see any tweets like that. And of course, academics had a lot to say about this. Yesterday, I realized dudes in Mumbai, India was on here capping, acting like they from Compton, arguing all day like they pro-black FBA dudes. Bro, go focus on that belly dancing music and Bollywood shit. Elon, turn on face reveal for all the accounts. I'm with it.
I'm telling y'all, I tweeted this out like 4 days ago. We're getting to the point where certain social medias, you're going to have to upload your identity. So it's going to have to be your passport or your driver's license or just your regular identification that you use. And at that point, we're really going to see a lot of people drop because they're afraid to show who they really are. Like, everybody be faking for the net, bro. So do not be surprised if at some point social media is going to require identity. Maybe not all social media, probably just maybe just Twitter. I know IG, if you want to do a business page, I think you got to upload, you got to do something for your identity on IG and Facebook, I believe, because it's ran through Meta and all that BS. But yeah, bro, we're getting to some crazy times here. So yeah, all these meme pages too. We gonna see like what kind of rules dictates like who can stay unidentified or as a news page and who has to really upload their personal stuff.
If we knew what dudes look like and where they lived at, you wouldn't even engage with these bot farm dudes. Who give a fuck about the opinion of a dude in Pakistan when we're talking about hip hop? I would never say if you're from another country you can't consume or speak on hip hop, but if you're disguising your presence to be I'm pro-black from Compton, that's beyond deceptive.
Facts.
It's insanely deceptive, but just watch. These accounts are going to be just fine. People are still going to support them because they are pro-Kendrick. Just watch. We're even seeing some really big pages like this one, 161,000 followers, are from the UK. He goes by Wow, That's Hip Hop, which is kind of ironic because by many American standards, he's really anything but hip hop, and he's certainly not part of the culture. It's abundantly clear the guy loves hip hop, but by many standards, he is indeed a culture vulture. Speaking of culture vultures, this guy actually turns out to be from Nigeria, but has the audacity to label someone like Drake, who actually has full-on roots to America, a culture vulture.
That's what I never understood, bro. Like, I understand people trying to get their jokes off, but to say Drake is not American is crazy. They not know his dad is not only black, but he really has roots in Memphis, Tennessee. Like, people, they don't care to do Google searches, bro. It's just whoever can get the funniest tweet off first. Oh, I'm gonna get all these likes and then talk negative. Blah, 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 blah. They don't care, bro. They just want their likes, bro. That's it. But yeah, it's sad that people from outside the country try and tell another man that he's not part of culture in a country that they're not in. So, you feel me?
Drake the bunny hopper, the porn star lover, the culture vulture. Drake never wrote the Nokia song, a certified culture vulture. Drake will always be a culture vulture. Drake is not like us because he's a culture vulture who preys on women. In Nigeria, I guess they didn't get the memo that not like us doesn't pertain to them. In fact, in many ways, it could be about them. And given the fact that Kendrick fans love to label Drake fans as MAGA, I found this tweet pretty interesting from a pro-Kendrick account. The people who shoot up schools in America are mostly the LGBTQ folks.
I prefer really not to speak. If I speak, I am in big trouble.
Doesn't sound very liberal to me. Every LGBTQ person is ugly. This is a mental illness. The crazy part about tweets like this is more times than not, the person behind the account is actually a closeted homosexual. But no one really cares about what he says as long as he calls Kendrick the GOAT. Now, with all that said, the OVO pages are also being subjected to being exposed because, of course, their locations are also revealed. As you can see here, this account is Zimbabwe, South Africa, West Asia, Israel, United Kingdom, Europe, etc. But the same rules can't apply to the OVO stan pages. They're not out there saying, get out of the culture, you're not like us. They don't do that. Drake didn't make an anthem like that. Kendrick did. And to my knowledge, none of these accounts have cosplayed as being from a different country or a different ethnicity. In fact, I've been in spaces with just about all these people, and if they have an accent, they have an accent. Like I said before, Kendrick Lamar has the most fucked up, deranged fan base in the history of the music business. It's not even close. These guys are absolutely nuts.
Whoa, 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 whoa. This is for another video. I'm not going to say that Kendrick has the most messed up fan base because have you ever met the Bayhive? Nicki Minaj fans? They go hard for them, bro. Like, you think Kendrick fans are bad. Mess with the Bayhive. What are the, they call it Barbies, yeah. The Barbies and Bayhive, top two. Taylor Swift fans too, never mind. Taylor Swift #1, Bayhive #2, and then the Barbies #3. You do not want to mess with those artist fans. They will tear you apart for years. Like, they'll really die for the artist, bro. At this point, you'll think the artist did a ritual on them and then they just stuck with them for life. Like, it's terrible out here. But all in all, man, my opinion is stop faking for the net. Listen to who you want to. Nobody cares. At the end of the day, we all gonna die one day. Like, nobody's gonna remember you be like, oh, he used to listen to only Kendrick. We don't rock with him. No. And lastly, always remember to stay wavy and stay blessed. Wavy out.